Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. What's going on, people? The chat is up and running. What do you know? It's Tuesday. I like Tuesdays. They're better than Mondays. I'm just saying. What do you guys got going on? Let me guess. Drinking, gambling, carrying on. It's what Americans do. These online casinos are busy. Evidently, there's a lot more disposable income than I have. Evidently. Afternoon chat, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The guest stars of the show are the people in the chat. They determine what we talk about. If you want to be able to chat, go to youtube.com and get that Discord app. It's free. Just like the show's free. No midstream ads, no commercials of any kind. No sponsors. Nothing's behind a paywall. The show has no script. It has no agenda. That is left up to the people in the chat. What are your priorities in your part of the world? What's on your mind? I just like to meet people. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you want to talk about. It's fine with me. I have no agenda with this show other than to meet people. I used to be a table games dealer in Vegas. I met a lot of people for over 3 years, or 3 decades, I should say, 30 years. I met at least 100 people a week. When I retired, I decided I missed that. And here we are. We got a show. Speak your mind, but don't get us in any trouble with YouTube. Follow the community guidelines. Don't get yourself in trouble with your country. Here in the United States, we have freedom of speech. That's not so around the world. So don't get yourself in any trouble with your government. So what do you guys got going on? I had my family breakfast this morning. We had a couple out with illness. There were only 6 of us. Then I went shopping. Life's very exciting. Grocery shopping, yeah. I didn't buy too much today. Just enough to get through the week. No real extras. No treats. I do have a couple cake mixes I can make. I'm all about the treats. In retirement, it's all about the treats. In my opinion, anyways. The meal is one thing, but the treats, there's something special. That's where the quality of life comes in my opinion. I mean, feel free to jump in the chat and voice yours. I watched a little bit of the Nancy Guthrie this morning. That's still winding down. Unfortunately, I don't think this can have a happy ending anymore. It doesn't seem. The family could get some closure, but I can't see how this news story ends happily. I think it's time for the live streamers out front of Nancy's house to go home. I see an awful lot of clickbait out there, but this family needs some closure. It's time for the press to back off a bit, in my opinion. They need some space. Those of you that aren't old enough to have dealt with grief, it's not fun. As a matter of fact, it hurts. And a deep kind of hurt. Not a shallow paper cut kind of hurt. I mean a deep hurt. My heart goes out to that whole family. This should have never happened. This was a heinous crime against an 84-year-old woman. In a lot of aspects, it's a hate crime. We're supposed to respect our elders, not attack them. Personal opinion. Yeah, the other news that I watched was, of course, the Epstein class of pedophiles running the U.S. government, basically starting World War III. None of it makes any sense. The part that does make sense is sorting out what happened on Epstein's Island. As far as I'm concerned, multiple governments were aware of what was going on and did nothing, including the United States government. This was Espionage Island, folks. It went on for over 30 years. They knew crimes were being committed, and they turned a blind eye. And now they're compounding their crimes by covering it up. Compounding. They're making their crimes even worse, as if that's possible, but they're finding a way to do it. I think eventually it's still going to trickle out. It's going to be trickling for years. There's no way they can stop it. My personal opinion, I'm hoping someone hacks the DOJ and releases all the files unredacted. That's the only way that this is ever going to come to any kind of a close. In my opinion, I'm just a guy sitting on his couch in Michigan. Speaking of Michigan, it's 40 degrees outside. I didn't see that coming. It was chilly this morning, but it's getting nice out. 40 is nice for the first week of March in Michigan. It's like the best you can hope for. We could still have snow all the way up into April. But yeah, this whole Epstein saga it's some sick stuff. And the cover-up is compounding their problems. It's a problem created by the United States government not doing their job. They are, in essence, co-conspirators. I believe that each of these victims should be able to sue the U.S. government for their lack of fealty. If they'd have done their due diligence, if they'd have done their jobs, this stuff would have been stopped back in the 90s. In my opinion. I know it's a huge disclaimer. I'm not in the know. I was never on that island. I'm just telling you that Mossad and the CIA were both involved. Putin was involved. They were taking girls from Russia and selling them to American businessmen. Epstein was a pimp backed by at least 2 intelligence agencies, Mossad and the CIA. They were getting dirt on the elite. The elite worldwide. Inviting him to, Debauchery Island. Fetish Island, you could call it. The sick part is that the government knew about it and allowed it to continue. They could have stopped this and they chose not to. And I'm talking about George W. Bush. Under his leadership, this happened. Who was running his Department of Justice? Who was running his FBI? I could look them up. You can look them up. But I'm telling you, they knew. The Obama administration, they knew. They did nothing. It looks like the Trump administration killed him. That's the way it appears. My opinion. I could be wrong. There were other people that were also killed in jail. But Comey, he knew. He had access to all this stuff. Then Merrick Garland was in charge for 4 years. Could have went after all of these people. Chose not to. Gee, thanks, Merrick. God. Thank God he didn't get on the Supreme Court. He's shown he has no morals. He has no ethics. The fact that he didn't prosecute these people while he was in a position to prosecute these people, I'm sorry. It's just like you're being the driver of a getaway car when we go in to rob the bank. You may not have come in the bank, but you're just as guilty as those that did. Guilt by association. Unexcusable. I've lost a lot of respect for a lot of people from their inactions. And now we've got an existing regime that's covering it up. They're covering it up because they are the pedophiles. The Epstein class, the top 1% of America, is nothing but a ring of billionaire pedophiles. That's the way I see it. I mean, you're welcome to see it your way, but that's the way it looks to me. They're all guilty. All of those people that were in these positions did nothing. They had those files. Pam Bondi had those files, chose to do nothing. Cover it up. It's disgusting. These people, they all have dollar signs in their eyes. It's all about greed for them. Self-enrichment, protecting their fellow elites. It's all gross, in my opinion. And now they start a war to cover it up. Don't pay attention to the fact that we didn't release all of the Epstein files. Don't pay attention that we're currently breaking the law. Yeah. What a farce. The information they have released, I don't even think it's 5%. I don't. I think they still got 50 terabytes of information. This guy was investigated in New York and in Florida and in New Mexico. Oh, they're all in on it. They're all pedophiles. That's the way it appears. And now, they're committing war crimes. As if what they had already done wasn't bad enough. Let's do some more crimes. It's like, it's like a junkie, a drug addict sitting in the gutter on the street. He'll do anything to get his next fix. I want to know who the new pimp is. Who took Epstein's place? None of these people paid any price. So why would they stop committing these same crimes? They're still doing them. They're still whining and dining. They're still renting women. None of the current administration has shown any remorse whatsoever. Why didn't just one of them turn state's evidence and testify about what he saw? They're all in on it, and they think they got the system beat because they hold the positions of power. What they're not realizing is that all of their positions are temporary. They're not in there permanently. Even DJT. It's not a permanent position. Our next president, he can be the one that orders the special prosecutor be appointed. He can be the one that says, here's your budget, go after him, get them all, prosecute them. They can redo every one of those investigations from scratch. These people can't delete shit. What they can do is go to prison and do hard time for what they call spoliation of evidence. or obstruction of justice, or both. I think that all of these Epstein victims should file a class action suit against the government for not prosecuting all of these people. I don't see how they can lose. The government is liable when they've broken their own laws. There's no get out of jail free card for the government. They were aware of what was going on. Hell, the CIA was paying Epstein. In my opinion, I wouldn't wait. I'd file that lawsuit. Let them continue to cover it up. The next president can pivot on a dime. These guys could appoint a special prosecutor. They don't want one. They don't want to prosecute anyone. They want everyone to get off scot-free. Just like Trump's 34 felony counts that he was convicted of. He wants to get off scot-free. He's doing what he always does. He's cooking the books. He's cheating. It's what he does. It's what they all do. Every one of these clowns knows that they're breaking the law. They know that they're breaking the Constitution. Yet they choose to do it anyways. What they're giving is they're giving the court system what is called constructive notice of their crimes. They're just going to keep on breaking the laws. I think that our next president's got his work cut out for him. Believe me. But the good news is he can have his special ICE army just abduct them all in the middle of the night and disappear them. They don't ever have to see a judge. The American government is doing that to people right now. They don't ever have to see a judge. If ICE picks you up in Minnesota, within hours, they'll have you on a plane to Texas. They'll put you in a detention center. No one even knows you're there. You don't get a phone call. You don't get an attorney. You don't get to go before a judge. They'll wait until the middle of the night and put you on a plane and ship you off to God knows where. If it's legal to do against an undocumented alien, then it's going to be legal to do to a sitting congressman. If they can get away with it now, our next president's going to be able to get away with it as well. Duh. They've opened Pandora's box. They don't even realize it. They're too busy sitting around counting their money. Oh, we're rich. We're in the money. Yeah. You're fools. Criminals? Crime doesn't pay. When you get caught, Crime does not pay. Every time they break the law, they're showing the next president how he can turn it on them. It's what I tell you guys all the time. You can stand in your front yard and you can yell at your neighbors as they go by. But subconsciously, you're training your neighbors that they can stand in their front yard and yell at you as you go by. What's good for one is good for another. These people will understand when they're behind bars. They'll be very remorseful once they're behind bars. As of right now, they have no remorse. They don't care. They think they're getting away with it. All the next House of Congress has to do is pass a law saying there's no statute of limitations on anything that has to do with the Epstein files. That's the beauty about our laws here in the United States, about our Constitution. They're adjustable. Now we have a need to end the statute of limitations on prostitution. They can change the laws. Nothing is ever going to disappear. They reinvestigate, they prosecute, put you back in prison where you belong. I say back in prison because many of these people have already seen a cell. They're all criminals. Lying, immoral, unethical. I think that probably 5 plane loads. Well, you got 435 members of the House of Representatives. You've got 100 members of the Senate. And you've got 9 on the Supreme Court. So what is that? 544. They should be able to fit them on 5 planes. Send them all to CCOT. No due process is necessary. They don't ever have to be charged with a crime. Just decide that they're part of Tren de Aragua or whatever the hell the name of this. Well, hell, just call it Antifa. And put them on the plane and ship them out to CCOT. Imprison these bastards. They don't need due process. They're proving every day. ICE is proving every day. Due process, it only worked for 250 years. It doesn't work anymore. They don't need a warrant signed by a judge, so neither will the next president. That's how stupid these people are. They have no foresight. They can't see where this is going to go. Due process and the Constitution are there for a reason. And they have functioned for 250 years. Duh. God. Their intelligence level is minuscule. Okay. It's just like this stupid war in Iran. Trump does not have a plan. He's pulling a Donnie dumbass. He has no plan. They killed the guys they wanted to take over the country. That's how incompetent these people are. Israel has the tapes of Trump having sex with children. Putin's got a copy of those same tapes. They've got it on film. They have the ultimate blackmail hold on him, and they got him doing tricks like a pet beagle. That's the way it appears to me. Trump is a pedophile, in my opinion. I don't have any proof. I can't go to, well, in my case, I guess I'd have to go to the state police because the federal government is not going to investigate themselves. They're all guilty. Kash Patel and Pam Bondi are the getaway car drivers. They're the ones deleting evidence, trying to play the shell game. If they can take and defile the Constitution with an illegal alien, then our next president can do it with them. I wish him luck with that. Criminals are always idiots. They're criminals because they're lazy. There is legitimate money that can be made without breaking the law. These people prefer to break the law. It's a conscious decision. They know right from wrong. They choose to do it wrong. So I won't shed a tear for them when they're crying on their way, to do 20 years in prison at age 80. What a bunch of idiots. There's paper trail for all of it. They have paper trails on all of us. Thus, there's paper trails on all of them. They're just sitting around counting their money. They're thinking, we got away with it. You didn't get away with shit. You've been caught. The smart move, turn yourself in. Turn state's evidence. Testify about what you saw on that island. Testify about what you took part in on that island. It'll happen. They're going to try to, when push comes to shove, they're going to try to find a fall guy. The fall guy is going to turn around and testify on them. This is the way it always happens. They think they're hot shit. They think they're getting away with stuff. They ain't getting away with anything. My question remains, who took Epstein's place? Who's the new pimp? They were chasing their dicks. They're still chasing their dicks. They're not going to stop. They have no remorse. They're sociopathics. If they were molesting children before, why would they stop? What's their incentive to stop? They're going to keep doing it. They're going to keep on getting the prostitutes and bring them to the parties. Champagne and caviar. We're fancy rich mothers, you know? They all think they're untouchable. They're not. They can, 10 years down the road from now, someone can appoint a special prosecutor and say, reinvestigate all of this. And then publish a public report. It'll all come out. Look back at the John F. Kennedy. We know who he was sleeping with now. It always comes out. All the dirt always comes out eventually. Our next president can appoint a special prosecutor, give him a bankroll, these people are going to start singing when they're hitting the jail cell. These are not tough people, okay? These are lazy, rich assholes. All of them. They have no morals and they have no ethics. Do you think they're going to turn on one another? When push comes to shove and they're behind bars, they're going to be singing like canaries. You won't be able to shut them up. They're all going to hope to get a $30 million book deal. I'll tell the truth. These people got no common sense. In my opinion. I mean, feel free to disagree. Jump in the chat. Straighten me out. Educate me. Criminals screw up. And these guys are screwing up big time. Okay. Covering it up is just as bad as doing the crime themselves. You're the getaway driver. You're just as guilty as the guys that walked into the bank with guns. When you go in front of a jury, that jury says guilty. I was just following orders is not a valid defense. It didn't work for Hitler. It's not going to work for you. Well, it's just like all these damn ICE agents that are running around busting on everybody's civil rights. They don't realize they're tearing down their own civil rights. They're Americans, right? Duh. If your boss tells you to do something illegal, like go attack that woman on the sidewalk and beat her up, she's filming you on her phone, and I'm ordering you to go beat her up. You don't have a right to beat anybody up, you dumbass. God. It's like you don't know the laws of your own country. I was just following orders is not going to work. You're going to get tried for murder. You're going to get tried for violating people's civil rights. And then they're going to let them sue you. These ICE agents that are doing this shit, the racial profiling, they know racial profiling is against the law in America. Duh. Willful participation in an illegal act is going to get you found guilty. Plain and simple. The crimes ain't going away. They're on film, you dumbass. If you're working for ICE and you're attacking some innocent civilian because they're filming you in public, you know it's their right to film you. You're violating their civil rights. Hey, dumbass, you're violating your own civil rights. That's how civil rights work. If 6 of you can take down an innocent protester and beat the snot out of them, guess what? It can happen to you too. Duh. God. These people are so stupid. I'm sorry. It's absurd. You know right from wrong. You're an adult. It's just like the admiral down there with the battleship or the aircraft carrier down there off the coast of Venezuela that's blowing up these people that he shouldn't be blowing up. He knows. You know right from wrong, so stop doing wrong, you dumbass. You're the little guy. You're the one that's going to take the fall. Shit rolls downhill. Okay. I'm sorry, but your stupidity in this matter just, it's hilarious. You're so stupid. You don't see Kristi Noem out there pistol whipping anybody, do you? Why? Oh, because she knows that she'd go to jail? You're stupid enough to do it for her? Oh, nice. Yeah. Your ignorance is not going to save you. Stop attacking your fellow Americans. We saw all this go down in the 60s. We saw it all. The police lined up with their riot shields and their billy clubs and wearing their helmets. And we saw a bunch of innocent black protesters lined up in front of them. Who was the attacker? The police. Now you got that shit on film. You're going to get sued. You're going to get arrested. You're going to get convicted. It's an illegal order. The man that you're attacking has not broken the law. Coming across the border into this country is a fix-it ticket. It's not a felony. It's a fix-it ticket. They basically give you a ticket and they take you to the end of the line and they say, if you want to come into this country, you need to do it legally, get in line and come through with everybody else. If you have a right to stay in this country, a judge will decide it. It's a fix-it ticket. It's not a felony. They currently have 75,000 people detained, living in makeshift prisons, detention centers. Of those 75,000, 95% of them have broken no laws at all. They're not taking American jobs. They are paying into our economy. They're paying into Social Security and they can't collect. You must be a U.S. citizen in order to get welfare. So all of these illegal aliens are not on welfare. The people telling you they're collecting welfare are lying to you. They're not felony criminals. If they were felony criminals, a judge would sign an arrest warrant and the police would go and pick them up. These people are trying to vilify segments of our population. They want you to think that they're bad. There is one human race on this planet. One. Everything else is a subgroup. I can call you Russian. I can call you French. I can call you Greek. Subgroups. They want to put you in subgroups by religion: Christian, Muslim, Buddhist. Subgroup. Political: Democrat, Republican, Independent. Subgroup. They divvy you up into subgroups and then they tell the subgroups, those other guys are out to get you. They're coming for you. You should strike first. You should lash out. You should hate them. You should fear them. You shouldn't hate them. You shouldn't fear anybody. They're not out to get you. You're being lied to. They're controlling you with your own fears. There's no illegal immigrants eating cats and dogs. They made it up. They're not stealing American jobs. They made it up. They're not on welfare. They made it up. They're not felon criminals. They made it up. Stop listening to these liars. You need every human being on this planet. Not just the straight ones, or not just the gay ones, not just the transgender. You need every human being. When you walk out your front door, you have options of what you can go and do. You might take in a movie, you might go to a restaurant, you might go grocery shopping, you might be doing banking, you might be doing any number of activities on a given day. You have all those different options because you have all those different people working those jobs. All those options you have when you step outside your front door give you quality of life. Quality of life is nice. It's nice to have options. Without the other people, you have no options. You can't go out to dinner unless someone owns a restaurant and opens it for business. You can't go to the grocery store unless there's a grocer. You can't go to the movie theater unless there's a theater owner. You need all of those people to have all of your options. If all of those options are giving you your quality of life, you need to realize that all of those options are coming from all of those other people. You need them all, not just the Republicans, not just the Democrats. You need them all. When you get up and you walk over and you flip on the light switch, your light comes on, right? It's reliable. It's dependable. If for some reason it doesn't come on, you can call a power company. They'll get right on it. They'll get that shit fixed. How many Democrats work at the power company? You don't know. How many Republicans work there? How many independents work there? You don't know. You don't know any of their names. I don't know their names either, but I know I need all of those guys. And I don't care what religion they are, what race they are. I just am glad that they're there doing their job so that when I switch, the damn light comes on. I need all those people. They give me my quality of life. If I got no electricity, I got no quality of life. I got hardship. Without all those other people that you've been told to hate, you have no quality of life. I bought a bag of tangerines that were grown in Turkey. They're damn nice tangerines. I like them. Some farmer in Turkey, I don't know his name. I don't know his religion. I don't know anything about the guy. But he gave me quality of life when I went into my grocery store and I picked up that damn bag of tangerines. A quality of life I don't want to give up. I like those tangerines. I need that man. Don't know his name, but I appreciate him. I respect him. He grows damn good tangerines. You need all the other people on this planet, every one of them, not just the ones you like. You need them all. If you live in Podunk, Illinois, there's one restaurant in town. You want to go out to dinner, you only got the one option. It's better than not having any option at all, right? A little bit of quality of life. Now let's do it only you live in New York City, and there are a million different restaurants. You got lots of options. You got lots of options because of all those other people. Without them, you got no options. With them, buku options. Quality of life. I want every option I can get. We have those options because every other human being on the face of this earth does the same thing that I do, the same thing that you do. We get up every day and we go into work. We do the best we can. We go into work every day. If you don't go into work, you don't survive. If you're living in Manhattan and you don't get up and go to work, what happens? You go broke. You become homeless. Now you got no food. You got no shelter. How are you going to survive? You're not going to survive. You need to get up and go to work every day to survive in the United States, in Canada, in Mexico, in France, in Spain, in Russia, in China. If you don't get up and go to work every day, you're not going to make it, honey. It's a tough ass world out there. We all got to work. And we all do work. And we are all dependable. And we are all reliable. I know when I walk to my kitchen and turn on that faucet, cold, clean drinking water is going to come out of it. I rely on it every day. I don't know those guys at the power company. I don't know those guys at the water company. But I do appreciate their reliability. Gives me quality of life. If I didn't have running water, what would I have to do? Go to the creek, sterilize it? Life gets a lot harder without those guys. I appreciate all of those guys. I don't know their names, don't care to know their names, but I know that they're there. I know that they're on the job, reliable and dependable. So tell me again why I'm supposed to hate those guys? Oh, because they're a different skin color than me? Sorry, that's not good enough. Oh, because they're a different religion than me? Sorry, that's not good enough. I'm not going to hate that guy. You can't make me hate that guy. He's a human being. I like him. I need him for my options. When I open my front door, I want as many options as I can get. Not just a couple options, not just one option. I want as many options as I can get because that gives me quality of life. Now that I've had that quality of life for a number of years, I'm not willing to surrender it. I don't care how much you tell me I got to hate that guy. I'm not going to hate him. You can't force me to hate him. I rely on that guy. I like him. So tell me again why I'm supposed to hate my neighbor? Oh, because he's different than I am. All human beings have the same core. We're all human beings. You can divvy us up into all the subgroups you want, but there's only one group. It's the human race, the human beings. Everything else you're using is a subgroup, and you're trying to use my fears to play me against these other guys. Get past it, dude. What's my reward for hating all these people? What's my prize? Show me in the skyline of our town here what was built on hate. Hate built nothing. There is no prize. There is no reward. So why should I hate these people? Tell me again. I'm not getting it. I'm not understanding where you're coming from. The guys you're telling me to hate are giving me quality of life on a daily basis, day in, day out. They're reliable. I need all those other people. I want all those other people. They're not taking my job. They're not taking my home. They're not hurting me in any way. They're enhancing my life. They're giving me more options. If I'm going to hate the farmer from Turkey, I'm giving up my tangerines. I don't want to give up my tangerines. I like them. If you're turning on your TV and they're telling you to hate your fellow American, they're wrong. Your fellow American is not your enemy. I don't care what color his skin is. I don't care what his religion is. I don't care anything about him. He is enhancing my life, not detracting from it. He's giving me options that I want. Tell me again why I'm supposed to hate him? It's absurd. There's no prize for hatred. There's no reward. There's no pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. I'm not going to waste my time hating people I don't know. I get nothing for it. These people that you see on TV are trying to use your fears and your insecurities to control and manipulate you. I watched it last night. I checked a bunch of channels. You would not believe the number of channels that are pro-war in Iran. They're saying, oh, we had to lash out against them. We had to get them. They were going to get us. Thank God Trump knew to strike first. That's the channel saying that. The newscasters are backing the war in Iran. Let me tell you something. First off, America is the badass. We have the biggest and best military on the planet. Nobody's attacking us. To attack the United States of America would be suicide. They will not do it. I don't care who's telling you that they're about to attack. They're not going to do it. We have the biggest, baddest military on the planet. America is not in danger. In this instance, America is the bad guy. We struck first. We struck. They weren't striking. I don't care if they're lying to you. They're playing on your fears. America is not under attack. We're not going to be under attack. Any country that decides to attack us knows it would be suicide. Venezuela was never going to attack the United States. I don't care what they're telling you. There's no way it was ever going to happen. China's not going to attack the United States. Why? Because we would attack back. And we are bigger, stronger, tougher. We're the bully. The bully just attacked Iran for no reason. They would not attack us. It would be suicide. They are using your fears to control and manipulate you. There is no need for war. Let me tell you this a little bit further. War is actually bad. Even when you win, you lose. War is that bad. People die, yes, but innocent people die too. War is not good. These guys that are telling you Iran was about to attack us are lying. They're using your fears to control and manipulate you. No one was about to attack. If you decide you want to get into a fist fight tonight, are you going to go find someone your own size, or are you going to pick on the guy that's 6'8", 350 pounds, and can snap you like a twig? Yeah, he's the last person you're going to attack. And that's the United States. We're the big guy. Nobody's coming at us. It's not going to happen. They're using your fears to control you. Don't let them do it. Control your fears. If you control your fears, guess what? Fear's actually a good thing. But when you can't control your fears, it's no longer a good thing. It's a bad thing. Because when you're scared, your rational thinking is tossed out the window. You can't say, oh, this is right, this is wrong, when your fear is in control. You must control those fears. It's like the small child calls you into the room. Daddy, I need a night light. There's monsters in the closet. As the father, I must teach that small child to control their fears. I turn on the light. I open the closet door. Look, no monsters. I look under the bed. No monsters. I reassure the child, you're safe. I'm going to be here in the next room all night. When you wake up in the morning, I will be here. You are always going to be safe. I teach that child to control those fears, and now those fears, he has them, but they're not in control of him. He's in control of them. A little bit of fear keeps you from stepping off the edge of a cliff. That's a good thing. But if the fear's in control, all your rational thinking is gone. You can't discern right from wrong when fear is in control. Here in the United States, we own guns. Everybody's got a couple. That gun form of self-protection. So you ain't got to be afraid. You can protect yourself. But if your fears get the best of you, you start thinking people are out to get you. You get paranoid. People are going to hurt me. You end up taking your gun out and you're standing in the front yard pointing it at everybody that goes by. You don't turn towards me, buddy. I'll blow you away. Now your fears are in control. Guess what? Your rational thinking isn't. You can't discern right from wrong. Nobody's attacking you, but you're scared. Your fear is in control, so you're pointing a gun at everybody. Somebody says, hey, let's call a law and tell him this guy's lost his marbles. The law comes in and they nab you and they take your gun. They say, listen, dude, you have the right to own a gun. You have a right to shoot a gun, but you don't have a right to point a gun at people. You don't have a right to threaten people with your gun. You've lost the ability to tell right from wrong. You're unstable. Our society has a bunch of laws and rules. We all must live within those confines. Stay within the boundaries or else. If you color outside the lines, our society is also designed to squash you like a bug. You start waving that gun around willy-nilly, they're going to come and take it and tell you, no, you must be able to tell right from wrong in order to own one of these. They're going to put you in for a psychiatric evaluation. Does this guy know right from wrong? Was he breaking the law on purpose? Or does he have a screw loose? Our society is designed to deal with you either way. You must color within the lines. Stay within the boundaries. Stay within the laws and the rules of our society. But when your fear is in control, you can't do that. So you must control your fears at all times, not just on Monday and Tuesday, every day of the week. What happens when your paranoia has control? You curl up into the corner of your house in the fetal position, afraid to walk out the door. They've radicalized you. They've scared you to the point where you can't tell that it's actually safe to go outside. You're trembling in fear. Your fear's in control. I'm going to tell you right now, you must control your fears to stay within the boundaries of our society. Open your front door, look around, and point to the bad guy. You can't. You may not like that guy, or you may not like the way that one's dressed, or you don't like the way that one's driving, but that doesn't make him a bad guy. Makes you a poor judge of character, but that's another point altogether. There's not a bad guy in every corner. It's actually the opposite of that. The bad guys are few and far between. I saw a study back in the 70s. Yeah, I was sober that day. The study said that no matter how many laws our society passed, there remained a constant 7% of our population was what we could call felony criminal. 7%. No matter how many laws they passed, no matter how militarized they made the police department, 7% remained felony criminals. What we can glean from that is that 93% of us are not felony criminal. The good guys outnumber the bad guys by a lot. And of that 7% that is felony criminal, you need to understand that here in America, 2 million of them are currently behind bars. Federal, state, local authorities have got them locked up. They are not out in society. They are behind bars. So your cops in your town outnumber your bad guys. The good guys in your town outnumber the bad guys by a lot. Don't let them scare you into thinking there's a man with a machine gun on every goddamn corner in America that's been planning to gun you down. It's not true. 340 million Americans. You might see one in the news yesterday that shot some people, but 339,999,999 of us didn't pick up a gun against anyone. Think about that. It's not as bad as they're making it out to be. They're using your fears. They're playing on your fears. They used to do it against the black people back in the 60s, right? Oh, they're going to rape your white women. No, they're not. Not going to happen. Now they're railing against transgenders. Oh my God. Do you know how many transgender athletes there are in this country? Let me take a guess here. I'll say 6 out of 340 million people. There might be a half a dozen. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say there are a dozen of them. Whoop-de-doo. There's no reason to be passing bathroom laws. We've had bathroom laws on the books in this country for years. I don't care what gender you are. If you're committing crimes in a bathroom, you're going to get arrested. You're going to get convicted. You're going to go do hard time. We don't need new laws. They're using your fears against you. They want to divvy you up into different groups and tell you that other group is going to get you. You better strike first. Just like the Iranians and the Israelis. The Israelis want to strike first. Why? Because they can't control their fears. Was Iran going to attack Israel? No, they were not. Why not? Oh, because they're buddies with America, and America will just come in and just bomb the piss out of us for the next 20 years. Look what they did in Iraq. I forgot to do a poll today. Yesterday, I forgot to close the poll. I'm telling you, I'm really bad at this crap. I can't help it. Yeah. This old dog's having trouble learning some new tricks, let me tell you. I'll have to get my production manager and have him get right on that. Yeah, I don't have a production manager. Yeah. I think he's busy running around with my makeup artist. I don't have a makeup artist either. Don't let these people lie to you and control you with fears. They're using them against you. They're creating ultra bad guys. There are no ultra bad guys. A young man at 20 breaks the law, goes to prison, gets out. He's on parole. They say, you got to get a job. You got to have a place to live. Now the guy's got a job. Now the guy's got a place to live. They're checking on him, making sure he's abiding by the rules. He is. He made his mistake at 20. He's not going to do it again at 40. He comes back within the folds of society, becomes a productive member of society. He has kids. He's raising his kids. He's not staying a criminal for his entire life. When he was 20, he didn't have a home. He didn't have kids. He didn't have a relationship. He was young and dumb. His brain was immature. He made a mistake. He's paid the penalty for his mistake. Now he's becoming a member of society. This lifelong criminal that you're seeing was created in Hollywood. He doesn't exist in the real world. In the real world, those people that live that violent lifestyle, they get killed. They don't live past age 40. If they do, they're doing it behind bars. They're using your fears to make you think that he's a lifelong criminal. It's like watching a John Wick movie. Do you really think there are that many assassins? There are not. It's not real. It's Hollywood. Mankind cannot live in space for extended periods of time. The human body undergoes physical changes when you get away from the Earth's gravity, Earth's atmosphere, Earth's water. We need what is on Earth in order to survive. When you go out of that element, things change. Your human body changes. You need the planet Earth. It's nice to pretend and to fantasize and to watch all the space movies. Hell, I like them as much as the next guy. But I'm telling you, it's not reality. Reality is human beings must stay on planet Earth. For now, anyways. Maybe someday we'll have some technologies, but it's not available to us now. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100 here. Human beings need to be on planet Earth in order to survive. They want you to think there's a bad guy on every corner. They want to make you afraid. What's the one? Mother in a coma, children missing, story at 11. We all click in at 11 like little robots. Whose mother? Why is she in a coma? Where are the kids? Can we find the kids? Let's save the kids. They're playing on your fears. They're pulling at your heartstrings. They're trying to manipulate you. Recognize it. Don't let them talk you into hating anyone. Don't let them talk you into lashing out at anyone. We can lash out to a certain degree legally. I can stand here and yell at you. I can call you a name once in a while. But I can't walk up and hit you in the mouth, now can I? If I do, you have me arrested, I go to jail, and I become one of those felons that we were just talking about. Not the kind of future I want. I'm just telling you, don't believe these people. They're trying to divvy you up into subgroups and play you against one another. And oh, you should lash out. They're plotting against you and have been doing so for years. No, they're not. Are you sitting around planning to hurt people? If you are, go get some counseling. You need some damn help. You've been radicalized. Normal people don't do this. It never enters our mind to go and lash out at someone else. Sane people don't think like that. What do sane people do? Exactly what you and I do. You get up, you go to work, you do your things, you take care of your family, you build for your future. You're busy. You're too busy for anything else. We're not sitting around plotting against one another. It's just not happening. I am not wanting to hurt anyone. I am not wanting to plot against anyone. I'm busy leading my life, exploring my options when I walk outside my front door. Don't hate your fellow man. Tolerate him. You don't have to agree with him. You don't even have to like him. All you need to do is tolerate him. If you can tolerate one another and get along, then you can work together. When human beings work together, they build great things. I don't hate Donald Trump. I disagree with Donald Trump on many, many things. I find fault in Donald Trump in many, many things, but I don't hate him. I don't want him dead. Those thoughts don't enter my mind. I guarantee you I'll never vote for him. I wouldn't make him dog catcher in my town. I'm sorry, the guy's he's not playing with a full deck. About half of his 10 count cards are missing. Personal opinion. I'm just trying to tell you that tolerating your fellow man is all you have to do. You don't have to like him. You don't have to agree with him in order to tolerate him. I had this job in Vegas years ago. A position above me came available. I was up for the promotion. I didn't get it. They hired from outside. Fine. The guy they hired, though, when he came in and he found out that I knew as much as he did and I was capable of taking his job, he became very insecure and he started lashing out at me in the workplace. He was my boss. If he wanted to make my life difficult, he could. He was in charge of my schedule. He had certain powers over me. Nothing I can do about it. I could have quit the job on day one, but that would have messed up my life. I had bills that were due. I didn't have another job lined up. So no matter how much bullshit he dished out on a daily basis, all I had to do was tolerate him in order to survive. So I tolerated him. Yep. I can see the man's a idiot and he's lashing out. That's nice. It's not my plan to quit when I need my paycheck, when I got bills due. I'm on the job. I'm still making money. So you're making my life miserable? Too bad. I do my job. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You want to fire me so I can get unemployment? Go right ahead. Whatever trips your trigger. But he wanted to force me to quit. I wasn't ready to quit. So I had to tolerate him. As I tolerated him, he got flipped out. He was losing it. It was kind of funny to watch. He was getting so flustered. It was hilarious. From my point of view, you're making my life miserable. I ain't doing nothing to you. All I'm doing is doing my job. And you're having a little meltdown? What a snowflake, okay? All I had to do was tolerate him. That's all you got to do with your fellow human beings is just tolerate them. You don't have to like them. You don't have to agree with them. But don't mess up your life because of someone else. Keep your life on your path. When I found another job, I quit that one. No issues, right? And don't hate, tolerate. That guy was pretty petty. And about a year after I left, he actually passed away. I wasn't real sad when he passed. I'm going to be honest now. I did not attend his funeral. I'm just saying. I didn't wish nothing bad on the man, but if karma caught up to him, who am I? I just witnessed it all. The older you get, the more you understand. At least that's been my experience. When I was young, emotions had control of me. I didn't see the big picture all the time. Now in old age, I'm turning 69 next week, right? In old age, I consider 69 old. I'm sitting and I'm saying, I see the big picture. It doesn't matter. All of those things that used to trigger me are now just tiny little bumps in the road. I don't even really notice it as I step over them, like a crack in the sidewalk. I didn't stub my toe on the damn thing, so it doesn't really matter. It's the exact same thing with looking at life. You cannot let stress eat you alive. If you're having trouble dealing with your emotions, you're running angry, you're running hot, you know what I mean? Get some counseling. Get some help. When I was young, I didn't know how to ask for help. I didn't want to ask for help. I didn't know how to ask for help. Now, as an old man, I understand that help is the key to everything. That's the solution. Get help. I don't care what task you're trying to do, what job you're trying to do. The more people you get on your team, the lighter your personal workload and the quicker you succeed. All you needed all along was a little help. That help can be in the form of a counselor, a therapist, a consultant. Doesn't matter what you're trying to do. You're trying to build a house. One man wants to build a house by himself. It could take a couple years. Going to be some hard work, buddy. Good luck. But if you can get 200 men to help you build that house, what happens? You're done in 2 weeks? Oh, success. How'd you succeed? Oh, I got more people on my team. When you're struggling, when you're failing, you need to build a team. How do you build a team? You've got to tolerate people that are different from you. And you've got to get them to tolerate you. That's how you build a team. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. The smallest task, the largest task. Build a team. When you build a team, you lighten your own workload and you succeed faster. Whenever you see someone fail at whatever they were trying to do, tell yourself, he should have built a team. If he'd have had a team, he wouldn't have failed. There you go. I don't care what task is, what your goal is, doesn't matter. You need a team. The bigger your team, the quicker you win, the quicker you succeed. One guy could survive. A group of 10 guys could thrive, right? Build a team, no matter what you want to do. You build a team, you win. You succeed. You want to do this whole America First routine? We don't need anybody? Baloney. You need them all. You want America First to succeed? The first thing you got to realize is this is not an exclusive club. We need to get everyone on our side. All these immigrants you want to keep out of the country? Guess what? That's not the solution. The solution is get them in. Get them on our team. Get them working together with us. It makes us stronger, more efficient. I know they're telling you the immigrants are bad. They're telling you Republicans are bad. They're telling you Democrats are bad. They're telling you Christians are bad. They're telling you Muslims are bad. They're telling you everybody's bad, but guess what? Nobody's bad. They're lying to you to control and manipulate you. If you're a Democrat, you're trying to win an election, what do you need? More Democrats. You get more people on your team, you're going to win. Where's the quickest place to get a new Democrat? From the independents or from the Republicans, both? You need them both. You need them on your team. It's simple math. Two can work harder than one. Two can accomplish more than one. Get more people on your team. Your household, you're struggling financially. If you can rent out a room, what happens? It lightens the burden on the household. You've got someone else on your team. Ta-da. When I was young, that's how I got out of debt, is I went and got a roommate. Did I want a roommate? No. Did I need a roommate? Yes. Why? Because I was building a team, goddammit, and the team can accomplish more than just I could. Build the team. Tolerate your fellow human being and get them on your team. Get them to tolerate you and join your team, and you will succeed. Plain and simple. All those other human beings, we want them on our team. Let them come into the country. They're not bad guys. The guys that are telling you they're all bad guys are lying. The good guys outnumber the bad guys in every country on the planet. These people that are telling you to hate, they're telling you to fear, are not your friends. They are not on your side. They were actually trying to scare and manipulate you for some possibly heinous reason. Nobody's paying me. I'm just sitting here, a guy on his couch in Michigan, and I'm trying to tell you the truth. I'm not on anyone's payroll, and I'm trying to tell you the truth. Unify with your fellow human being is your best solution. Tolerate other humans and get them on your team if you wish to win and win soon. This is not a brand new formula. It's been around for years. That's why we have cities. People live in close proximity to one another. It makes it easier for them to collaborate. When they collaborate, they build great things. Take a look at the skyline outside of your front door. Everything that you see there in front of you was built by man. And it was built by the men before you that were able to put their differences aside and work together and build great things. One guy did not build your house. One guy did not build your car. One guy did not build every road in your town. One guy did not wire those telephone poles. One guy does not work at the power company. One is not the answer. Build a team. Get everyone on your side. That's your quick fix. That's your answer. That's the solution to whatever problem you're having. I'm not inventing any of this. I didn't create it. And I'm sorry I'm the only one that's on TV telling you about it. I truly am. I wish they would all. Corporate media is owned by the same guys that are bribing your politicians. That elite group of billionaire pedophiles is doing everything. They're causing everything that is happening. They are the root of the problem. The rich people want ICE rounding up people with brown skin, deporting them out of the country without their due process. The rich, the elite, the 1%, the pedophiles of this country have started a war in Iran. These same people started the trade war. These same people built the internment camps that they're putting all these migrants in. These wealthy, elite people are running this country, and they're playing you against your brother so that you don't stop them. The rich people that are running this country are running it into the ground. They're trying to stop you from standing alongside your fellow human beings and working together. Because when you work together, the first thing you're going to do is get rid of all of them. They know it. They want you to fight amongst yourselves. Don't fall into this. Embrace your fellow human being. Respect your fellow human being. It's not hard to do. All you have to do is tolerate him. You don't have to agree with him. You don't even have to like him. All you must do is tolerate him, and you're going to succeed. Get that human being on your team, and you're going to succeed faster. These people that are on your TV are owned by the same rich people that are bribing your politicians and controlling them. ICE is on the streets of America arresting people with brown skin because they're making money off it. The rich people want him to do it. They've hired him and they've trained him for 47 days. And they said, now go violate everyone's civil rights. Go start a war with Iran. They're making money off of it. They sell weapons. They want you to run out of bullets so they can make more and sell them to you. These rich people, these rich pedophiles, the Epstein class, I call them, are the root of our problem. They're the ones that are bribing the politicians. They're the ones that are having the laws structured so that they're not paying any taxes, and you and I are. The same Epstein class, they're doing all of the bad things. They're in control. They currently hold all the power. You and I are going to get to go to the ballot box. Vote them out. If they currently hold political office, vote them out. We don't want them. We want new human beings in there. Why? We need to get some that aren't taking bribes, that aren't being controlled by the rich, elite pedophiles. No more incumbents. I don't care if you like the guy, vote him out of office anyways. Put a revolving door on every house in Congress. Get these people, these dysfunctional people that are creating wars, that are creating divisiveness in this country, that have stopped broadcasting the news and that are backing the war. They're making money off of you and I. They don't care how many of your sons get killed in this war. They will not show remorse. They're sitting around popping champagne, eating caviar. They do not have your best interest at heart. Out of the entire United States government, I see maybe a maximum of 5 of them that are worth a shit. None of the rest are worth the powder to blow them to hell, in my opinion. No one got in the chat today. It still moved kind of fast. I guess I never shut up. My bad. I'll try again tomorrow to do a poll. Okay. Afternoon Chat is the name of the show. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The guest stars of the show are the people in the chat. They determine the script. They write the narrative. I have no script. I have no agenda. What we're stuck with when no one gets in the chat is whatever I happen to think of on a given day, what happens to be on my mind. I do want to ask you to like and subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate all the viewers. I appreciate all the listeners. I hope I was helpful for you today. Anytime you want, you're welcome to jump in here 5 days a week. If you want to talk about something else, if you want to change the subject, feel free. I will pivot on a dime. You guys have complete control of the show. I do appreciate all the viewers. Hopefully, people will realize that what I'm telling them is the truth. Be kind to your fellow man. I believe if you put all that kindness, all that niceness out there, it'll come back to you tenfold. I believe in the good guys. I hope you do too. With that said, be safe, be happy. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 Eastern. Have a good night. Thanks for your time and considerations.